I just wanted to share with you a really nice Kato set that I just picked up on sale. Here's the locomotive. Look at the size of that. That is gorgeous. Let's compare that to my little Santa Fe freight. It's a lot bigger. So it has a mail car. This is the mail car right here. They call it the Silver Sheen. This little mail car. And this is one of the reasons why I went with the radius curves on my layout. I actually put in much larger radius curves than you need for running freight. But if I ever got a passenger rail, I'd have the radiuses I needed for these cars to make the turn without. Now this is the baggage car. This is called the Silver Light. There's two different ones. This one's called the Silver Gleam. The other coach is called the Silver Glow. It looks basically like the other one. It's not much any different. It's just it's basically the same thing. And then we get an observation car. The observation car and the train do light up. The coaches don't, but I can get a lighting conversion, which I probably will do. So here's the observation car. This is from the sides and in the back, and the back lights up. You can just keep the nose like this, or you can put a coupler on there if you want. It's in here. Here it is. The little coupler is there. And if you're looking for passenger rail, this thing is fantastic. You know, my layout's not that big where I can run like a 12-unit full sleeper car type setup, but this would works great on my smaller layout. Good morning, guys. So I have to finish this corner off. I still have my cold, unfortunately, so my throat still hurts. So I cut some pieces here that will fit in here. So I just plugged in the hot glue gun so we can put these extra pieces in, and hopefully put the rest of the supports in here and finish off this corner. So this is the model that's going to go here. It's a coal tower. That's not finished. It's not glued all together and whatnot. We're all painted. But that's going to fit here, and I have to figure out where I want to put that street light. Because I am going to have some other stuff over here. So I'm kind of thinking I like to have it like right around here. I'm going to put a little X there. I don't want it to be too close to the tracks. I just kind of want to have it so it's lighting up this scene late at night. And what I've been doing is I've just been sort of feeding this stuff underneath the layout. It looks like I can actually pop this wire up pretty far up. So what I can do now is I can glue these in. So that's what the foam putty looks like. It's starting to get pretty bright in here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. I'm just going to try to put on a little bit.
corner. This corner and that corner are glued in. However, the town is not. I don't have all my buildings out here, and like I said, some of them are not put together. But I've kind of laid them out to figure out if I want to like pre-wire the street lights in, or if I just want to maybe figure out where the street's going to be and if everything's going to fit or what. But I do have a lot of space left over. I do have another building I plan to put between the gas station and here. Down here, I'm going to actually put houses. I've decided. So off to the side, there's going to be a little cul-de-sac with 2 or 3 houses down here. But I actually even made it to this area yet. So I'm trying to make a decision if I should just glue this town base down and plaster cloth it and then run the wires and try to get my hands underneath. See how I can kind of get my hands underneath? Or do I do what I've been doing with some of the other areas and run picture frame wire through the foam and then plaster cloth it? The road is probably going to be about over here. So there's actually a pretty big section of area. Let me just put this model over here. Kind of like where that's at is like the space I have. So I can put several buildings up along this area by this train station. I just don't have any buildings to put there right now. So I do have a building to go here and I do have a building to go there. A lot of these kits are not put together. This is one of those DPM landmark structure kits. I got this for like 10 bucks, but I get everything on sale. So I haven't really painted it all yet. Because I plan on lighting all these, I want to kind of light block them or light proof them in certain areas where the light would leak out. So that's why I'm not really gone into the painting stage yet. But that building will go somewhere like over here. And it's probably off a little bit because that's exactly it. It's off a little bit. So once I get the streets laid out and I do the sidewalks and whatnot, everything, it'd be easier to do, in my book, the street lights after I plaster cloth and put down the road and sidewalk areas. Even though it's going to be really hard to get underneath and get to the wires, I think it's going to be a lot easier to do it after the fact because there's so many different buildings. And they could move around, you know. Like I said, there's a lot of space over here, and you know, I could actually move this town closer this way if I get a building that's shorter, and then I can have more space over here, and I can move this whole thing. So, or I can have a big alley in there. So there's a lot of different options. So,
so the first one I got is called Family Vacation. So that's what it looks like. The only thing that's goofy, it doesn't have an actual windshield on it. It's got a little luggage and stuff on top. The second one is called Milky's Milk Delivery. Now this one comes with 2 little figures along with the milk truck. The main reason I got this is I have a dairy plant. I'm going to put the little milk truck right by it. And you can always use some extra figures, I suppose. So here are the figures. I'm not going to take them out of here because they're tiny. Let's see if you can see them. It's a guy with milk and a woman picking up milk. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the truck. That's what we're all interested in, is the car. And here is the milk truck. Ooh, does that look cool or what? That is pretty dope. Yeah, look at that. So the other side's like this. And I'm just going to park this in by my dairy plant. And finally, I got this one called Ma and Pa's Traveler Heaven. It's a little travel trailer with lots of little detail things in there. Yeah. So here are all the little accessories. Not sure if you can see them all. It's pretty hard. It's definitely reflecting in here. But let me go through it with you. We get Ma and Pa. Ma's got a shotgun. There looks like there is a garbage can, a dog, a sawhorse, a campfire, some pieces of wood, tackle box, a tree limb, a bunch of stuff. It's got a bunch of stuff on there. It's like got stuff on top, Stuff on the sides. It even has a bear skin. It's got a bunch of stuff there. Can you see it? Yeah, that's something. We can do a 360 of it, but that's the back side. This looks like a regular caravan. So.